Well, hello there people from the internet and welcome to more Battlefield 1. I'm playing in the little plane this time around. I think the scout and maybe the attack planes are one of my favorites since the bomber is a bit too slow. And it kind of feels like that's kind of your target, that's what you're shooting at. And it always seems to be one of those things that you sort of sneak in, like at the beginning of the match, what I'm doing right now, you sort of flank left or you flank right, and then you sneak up behind the enemy and just pow, you just pop him. And that's it, it's done. But unlucky for me, look at those parachuters, man. They're all jumping. I could have like 55 kills by the time the match even started. But hey, I wanted to get a few road kills getting in there close and personal. But nope, not that time around. So today we're talking about the Conquest mode. That they've had some feedback over the beta from 13 million people, whatever. And they actually change in Conquest. So the way it is when we build a new Battlefield game, it's important for us to try new things. We want to stay fresh and renew the franchise with each new installment. No need to do that. I've been playing it 15 years, it's fine. However, it's equally important that we take feedback from you, the community you're giving us. This is why we're going to make changes to Conquest game mode ticket system for launch. So the next time you play the game, capturing the objective and getting kills will both contribute towards the final score of a Conquest match. You have spoken and we have listened, motherfuckers. So the thing is, what really is going to change? Are you just going to bring Conquest back, which really that's basically what we want, is just to bring Conquest back. I really hope they don't come out with some sort of middle ground or whatever. You know, Conquest is Conquest. Anybody that started playing, and there's a lot of people that started playing Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4, maybe some of you even started back in Bad Company 2, which is good on 6 years now. Still, the one thing that you remember, which is definitive Battlefield, is Conquest and Rush. That's the thing that you always had, and that's the thing that should always be there. And that's kind of, it's a good thing that they're thinking about it and making it sort of work and having a team work together and a squad work together instead of having that one guy on the hill and that guy not really participating in the fights and still not really changing the fights or anything. So the good thing about having the regular Conquest in is because whatever you've been playing for all these years, if you started playing Battlefield 2-3 years ago or you started 15 years ago, you'll still be playing the same game. You know, your strategy carries over from the previous games. Sure, the game changes, the scenery changes, the weapons and so on and so forth, but the strategy is still there. And that's kind of what was missing in the beta for me. Now, hopefully, those changes, even though they don't sort of go into too much detail on what's really going to change, hopefully that will just be the one change that you do to Conquest. Put a ticket system in, remove the timer, Bob's your uncle, done. Simple. So now, since we are playing in the little plane a little bit, like I said, I do enjoy the other plane, which is this one. Oh, that was just a beautiful, beautiful tap on the wing there. I do enjoy playing in both of these. I mean, like I said, the bomber is kind of crap. I mean, probably needs a lot more health or anything like that just to make it sort of a bit more appealing to everybody. But I mean, I love this one apart from it doesn't really do that much damage to the ground troops. I mean, I did try the trench sort of gun thingy that you get with it. I tried the missiles that I'm sort of using now, the whatever you want to call these missile things, and they don't really seem to be doing a lot of damage to troops. I mean, they do quite a bit of damage to other aircrafts, but when it comes down to other vehicles like tanks, light tanks and all that sort of stuff, they don't really do too much. I mean, I hit a tank sort of head on, I think with 4 or 5 of them I hit him, and it basically did like 6 damage. So I think that needs a bit of a buff, just because it just isn't enough, and I'm not really sort of participating in the fight that much. I'm sort of feeling that, yeah, I'm just going to be up here in the sky, I'll get a couple of kills on the ground, but nobody's really going to sort of bother me, you know what I mean? So that's kind of the way I see this, that they just need a little bit of a buff just to make him sort of worth it a little bit for everybody to sort of jump in and make sure that when you are in the sky, you do matter to the ground fight rather than just sort of waiting a few minutes. I know they're going to be private servers where planes are going to spawn sort of insta spawns and all that sort of thing, but still, if you are playing on the official servers, instead of you waiting for a couple of minutes for somebody else to spawn to have a dogfight, I think it makes sense that you can and you should be engaging ground targets, just making a difference up there in the sky. Now, there is a couple of more patch notes to this, and they're talking about rush mode. We've also been monitoring, listening to your comments regarding rush mode, and we're aiming to make it the best rush experience to date. We're making tweaks to the game mode as we speak with your feedback, as the backbone to the entire process. And there's also a little bit of a feedback on weapons and vehicle balancing. Of course, they're going to balance the tanks, because everybody sort of said tanks are OP. Well, I don't really see them OP, but hey, here we go. The light tanks, which is a bit too offensive in the open beta, will definitely receive some work. And we agree that horses can take a few too many rounds at the moment. We also learned through the beta that you guys need more tools to deal with vehicles earlier, which we'll definitely look into, including a gadget for the support class, which should help neutralize powerful vehicles. Well, when it comes down to rush mode, you know, it's going to be hard to top. You had Bad Company, you had Battlefield 3, you had some really good design, you had some really good maps, and it's going to be just hard to top that. I mean, you couldn't do that in Battlefield 4, you couldn't do that in this one, and it's probably not going to be even in this one. By the time the game comes out and different maps and whatever, it's probably never going to be that good, but hey, we can always hope. As for the support class, I'm glad they're doing something for it, and I hope that's a sort of different kind of gadget, long-range gadget or something like that, because, I mean, you could easily just take the mines away from the assault class and just give them to the support class, and you'd sort of make things a little bit more interesting. But I'd hope to see sort of a new gadget or something like that. I think that'd be kind of cool just to see what that's all about. So we'll just have to wait and see. We'll see how that plays out, but hopefully it'll be something cool and interesting, making the support class one of those classes that you actually do use, because according to that chart that they sort of released a couple of weeks back, it was just stone dead last. Nobody really played. Everybody played assault, everybody played recon, and then it was medic, and then it was the support class. So we'll just have to wait and see. You'll have to let me know in the comments some of the things you want. Hopefully enjoy the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.